Well, after that, you and JT actually started to expand the operation.
It was just more frequent. The runs was more frequent. Let's put it that way. It really wasn't expanded because it never left outside of Detroit. But it started coming in more frequently than it was at the beginning. So maybe instead of once a week, it might be twice a week.
Right. And each of these runs was 30 kilos.
Yeah, every time.
So, and you guys would make about $1 million every time you're
that would be,
this.
That's not all our money, but that would be what was left. I mean, that would be the profits from what you sold. See, people don't understand, like in the streets, it's not like, okay, it costs this much and that money all yours. You still got to pay the people back who gave it to you. You get what I'm saying? But every time, that's how much money I was sending back to him was about 1 point something.
Okay. And JT's plug, was it El Chapo?
I mean, once I start going through stuff like that, that's where it was coming from. I don't know if he dealt with him directly, but when they start breaking it down, like, I didn't even know. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I knew what we were doing, but one thing about me, I don't ask questions when it don't have nothing to do with me. And sometimes it's best not to know stuff that you don't need to know. When I realized where the drugs was coming from, I was in prison. And I was sitting in the TV room watching some special. You know how CBS or something has those documentary specials on things? And I'm sitting on there and I'm watching a CBS special and I was looking like, damn. And I was looking at some of the people on there like, damn, because there was people that was associated with him. So then after I was in prison, that's when I realized who he was getting his stuff from.
Okay. And then, once again, JT and your dad started to get close also.
Yeah, because my dad was like this. My dad, he didn't know at first when I started doing stuff that I was doing it. But it was starting to be so much that I had to tell my dad. It was just like, because my fear was when you dealing with stuff like that in those quantities of drugs, it's going to be trouble that follow you. And living in Detroit, my fear was that somebody will find out and try to do something to me. Dudes will kidnap you. Dudes will hold you for ransom. They'll throw your ass in the truck like it ain't nothing for some money. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up telling my dad. So what my dad did was he stepped in place to remove me from the such situation to protect me. So they developed their own relationship because he felt like he was protecting me from being, taking me out of harm's way.
Well, I mean, along the way, before, everything fell apart, as you're moving 30 kilos and all this cash, this type of game comes with a lot of problems. Kilos get lost, kilos get seized, kick doors happen and robberies happen. Like you said, kidnappings happen. The police steal stuff. Money disappears, people get killed. Were you, and the cartel want their money. They don't care about what happened along the way. If you owe them $1 million, they expect that $1 million.
Exactly.
So along the way, before things fell apart, were you losing some of the packages or some of the money, or
nope.
It was all smooth sailing the whole way?
It was all smooth sailing. No losses, no nothing.